I am joined once again with Kia Harder from Synergy Credit Union. And first hour, we were kind of talking about bank accounts and getting your kids started. But we're kind of switching gears a little bit, and we want to talk about RESPs.
Yeah.
And when is a good time to kind of get that going for a child's education?
Sounds really cliche, but it's never too early to start saving. And for education, a great vehicle for that would be the RESP. Great savings tool for education.
Absolutely. And you hear that term a lot, RESPs, saving, putting money in that account. What is it exactly when you break it down? What is it for, and what does it really look like?
Yep. An RESP is a registered education savings plan.
Okay.
It's a program that was created by the Government of Canada to kind of encourage people to save for their children's post-secondary education.
Right.
It's set up as if I'm the subscriber, I'm the contributor, putting money aside for my son. $2,500, the government will contribute or give me a grant of up to $500.
Right.
So I can do that annually, and then for every $2,500, they're putting the $500 in, and then once in college, they can take what's called EAPs or educational assistance payments.
Right.
And that can be used towards tuition, books, living expenses, anything like that. Just gets deposited into the child's account as you pull it out.
Right.
So.
And my next question for you is, who can put in money for an RESP? Could it be anyone? Say like a grandparent wants to comes into money, wants to put it towards that.
Yep.
Are they able to do that as well? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Grandparents can also set up their own RESP for their grandchildren or something like that, and can contribute that way. You can contribute, so your dad can put money in for your children.
Right.
What we do recommend though is he just give the money directly to you and you put it in.
Right.
It's just a lot more paperwork. There's a lot more involved in other people contributing that isn't the actual account holder.
For sure. And is there anything that people may not be aware of when they kind of start an RSP? Anything that they should know getting into starting this?
Yes. RESPs, there are tax implications when you do a withdrawal from an RESP, so we just recommend that you meet with a tax expert before you do any withdrawals coming from that. And then the other thing is RESPs are set up to contribute you can contribute longer than 18 years, but say for my son, I didn't know about them until he was 4.
Right.
I can contribute. I can make up for those 4 years that I missed a year at a time. So in year 4, I set it up. I can make up for year 1 by contributing $5,000 and getting $1,000 in grant money, but I can only do that for a year at a time. So by the time he's 8, it's as if I've had that RESP in place since he was born. So it's kind of nice to do that way. There would be a certain point where you would hit where you wouldn't be making up the grant money, but yeah, definitely nice that you can make that up.
For sure. And another question is, how accessible are they? So say the money is sitting there, and for a child, how can they kind of reach into that and take it at certain times throughout having this RESP, or is there a certain?
Generally, the plans are pretty accessible, easy to get into, and the investment incentives are very strong. There's no other investment on the market that you are guaranteed to get a 20% return on the deposit. There are a few catches when you are doing the withdrawal. If the child chooses not to attend a post-secondary education, you can get your contributions back tax-free.
Okay.
But at that point, the grant money would go back to the Government of Canada. Also, it sounds bad to say only, but if a withdrawal isn't made within the 36 years of the actual setup date of the account, the government can come back and request that grant money back as well. So, yeah.
Good to know, good to know. And one last question for you. Is there any other saving plans that parents should know about, that there are other options to use just as a second plan?
Yeah. A very underutilized savings tool is the RDSP, or the Registered Disability Savings Plan.
Okay.
This is a great plan for those that may need savings, specifically for people with a disability. It sets them up for long-term savings down the road. Depending on your income, for every $1 you put into savings, the government could deposit up to $3 back.
Right.
There's also something called the Registered Disability Savings Bond for low-income families that could give you $1,000 annually for 20 years to put into savings.
Yeah.
And anybody can contribute to an RDSP, families, friends, neighbors, anything like that. It gives those who want to help the ability to do so.
Awesome.
And like I said, very underutilized vehicle. Not a lot of people know about it, so definitely go into your financial institution and ask them about it because it's there to be used. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much for all the information.
Thank you.
It's a lot to take in,
Sure
so
is.
feel free to go and talk to you guys.
Absolutely.
As you're all available to talk to.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much for coming in today.
Perfect.
Kay. We
Thank you.
appreciate it. Thanks.